Hey, it's Sonic. Welcome to Max's Madness. Go Lions!
What is going on? Welcome back to another Max's Madness. It's kind of crazy. I mean, last month was spooky season, but it feels like that just keeps going on. Maybe for the month of Thanksgiving, our winning teams are giving thanks from the top of the standings down towards the middle and towards the bottom of the pack. We got a lot of great things to cover today. Let's jump into this week's crazy matchups. So for week 10, if we're taking a look here, it looked like Amana Mission decided to really show up, have a good pep talk with the team, talked about what could happen if they rallied together to make it into the playoff push, and Courtney ends up taking down Auntie McKim 117.44 to 106.2. That does leave Aunt McKim now on a 2-game losing streak. So you might want to have those pep talks and get moving back into the right direction. I thought it could go the other way with Lamar Jackson having 32.9 points. But man, Courtney's team ended up coming in clutch, putting together a group performance to take the win this week. On the other side of that, one that I never ever saw coming, but have to give the flowers to the twins because Stephanie comes in taking down Alex with the meaty buckles. This was a tight race going in it towards the end, but the Real America's team ended up coming in clutch 99.34 to 95.02. Down to the wire, and Real America's team comes out on top, takes down the number one team in the league, which is absolutely impressive. Now, Alex, you don't need to get the toaster out. You don't need to sit next to a circuit breaker. You're still 7-3, which keeps you the solo first place leader right now. But boy, that is tough. Coming on a loss there to Steph's team, not even breaking 100 points. So big kudos to Steph on managing that. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers not really showing up. You had to rally the rest of the troops to come in clutch and take that win. The other games I just wanted to take a note for would be Jerkin Goff dominating the performance here. Not only did this man come up to the Ford compound and scout out grid ass iron, but this man told Jamar Chase to go off like the number one receiver in the league and drop 55.4 points. I'll be honest, I've never seen a receiver come into a league and drop 55 points. And for Jamar Chase to do that, I'll be honest, I was rooting for you. I was rooting for you, Tyler, that whole night, hoping that he was going to break 60. And he really should have if those refs didn't blow some of those calls. Poor coaching decision if you're the Bengals, because you should have gone for the tie to get into overtime and try it, win it that way, especially when you're in a tough division with the Steelers and the Ravens. But hey, you went for it all. Huge shout out Jamar Chase, 55.4 points. And Jerkin Goff, Tyler, is the MVP of the week with 159.68 points. Now, for top scorer MVP, I'm going to give that to Tyler, but I'm also going to give maybe MVP Queen of the week going to Steph and taking down the number one team, which was Meaty Buckles. Biggest loser of the week, I think we can all agree. I think even the team owner could agree with this one. Would be going up against her own husband, who dropped 94.58 points. Jess, I don't know what it is, but he didn't even break 56 points here this week. 55.64. Extremely, extremely tough. I mean, we got to at least be breaking 60 here on these weeks. We're right in prime time for scoring season. Now, I know, we talk about quarterbacks that maybe you could have played. I don't really think. Well, yeah, Kyler Murray, I think, had like 28 points. So, again, we talked about this last week. Maybe say that you're going to start somebody and then then switch at last second. 10 points for Kirk Cousins. Not a good look there. -3 for the Jets defense. But honestly, it's painful to say this, but there wasn't really anybody else you could play. The rest of your team all had zeros except for Harrison Butker over Chris Boswell. But still, that would only put you at 61 points. So you did everything you could, minus the Kyler Murray position there. Keep trying. We'll get you a participation award, I think. Moving into week 11, if we change gears a little bit, because I don't want to go too much on a rant, and we're already 5.5 minutes in, but looking at week 11, we have some tight matchups coming into play. The battle for the 4 and 5 spot, CDs, TDs against Najee See Me, Najee Don't. We have another tight race with Foro and the Royal Oak Cavaliers. Rowena, you really got to win that one there, not because we want to see Kim on a 3-game losing streak, but because you really need to get that to get out of the losers bracket. Courtney, big matchup against the Meaty Buckles. You saw your sister take down Alex. Maybe you can take some notes. You have that twin power that maybe can help get you over the top as well. And then the other one really to call out here is going to be Greatest Show on paper and Adam's Unstoppable Offense. Adam's been on a bit of a heater, ended up, I think, winning last week as well. And this week going up against Uncle Alex. This is a big one. And the reason why I say this is a big one is because if we look at the playoff bracket, Steph's win over Alex puts her into the winner's bracket, and it bumps Uncle Alex down to the loser's bracket. So that's a big, big swing. Like I said, everybody's within a 1-game matchup for the most part. So really anything goes here in trying to get yourself into that playoff bracket. When we look at the standings, the bottom 4 teams, Courtney, Uncle Alex, 4 and 6. Rowena and Jess, 3 and 7. And then we look at the 6, 7, 8 spot for the last 3 positions in the winner's bracket, 5 and 5. So it's a 1-game difference that gets you into that winner's bracket or into the loser's bracket. So definitely be pushing hard here because we only have 4 weeks left of this round. You have 11, 12, 13, and 14 until we start playoffs. So last chance to get 4 wins in here and solidify your dynasty, solidify that destiny going into the winner's bracket. We will see you on the next Max's Madness. Cheers.